Hello?
Yeah, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
Okay, let me just get Brandon quickly and then we can. Yeah, I sent it to Brandon.
Actually, no, I haven't, sorry.
Oh, yeah.
I've just literally got onto the last chapter of the book, The Crown and the
The Crown and
Flow.
Yes. Yeah, I'm just setting it up with Brandon. See if you can try. Yeah. Done. Let me get back here. Hey, welcome back.
Let me see if I can.
Are you there?
Yes, I'm here.
Okay. So, according
Can you
to
hear
what you said, you were on the last chapter of The Crown and the Flame, book 2?
Yeah, I've just been reading it and I've just literally got to the last chapter. No, we haven't, sorry. The second to last chapter.
Okay. So you were reading it for the second time, or how many time is this?
Say it again.
So for how many times are you reading this? I mean, is this your second time reading the book or third time?
No, it's not. It's actually the first time I've read the book 2 because I was on book 1 months ago and I just
Interesting.
didn't think to read book 2, to be honest.
Wow, yeah. Yeah, trilogies are kind of big and it takes time to get you there. Yeah, I understand.
Yeah. Is Brandon joining at all?
Yep, Brandon, I sent him the link, so he should be joining very soon.
Yeah.
So yeah, like I was saying, I was thinking of naming this like This Week in Interactive Stories with a Trio, and this can be the episode 1 of this. So like a nice name to it, because we've been like recording for past couple of months, but we don't have like a name. We haven't given it a name, so I was thinking about that.
Yeah, it sounds quite good.
Yeah. And when are you gonna start uploading on YouTube? You there?
Can you still hear me?
Yeah, I can hear you. Can you hear me?
Yeah, it's just acting up a little bit, this.
Yeah, your voice is a little low, but yeah, it's audible. It's clear.
Yeah, 1 minute, let me get a bit closer. Yeah, because it seems to be messing up. Not just on my end, you keep just to be going, like...
Off?
Yeah, like you just keep...
Yeah, the same thing happened here too. Like, I couldn't hear you for a second. So there was an interference, I suppose. So what is Brandon doing? Is he in? Because I sent him. He's ready. Can you check on him quickly? Yeah. A lot of interesting thing happened in Dream Zone specifically. I mean, Devil's Deal. Can't wait to talk about Devil's Deal today.
Oh no, sorry about that. My granddad called again. We talked about this the other day, didn't we? Like everybody calls you when you're busy. It's like, come on. Can you hear me a bit better?
Yeah, I can hear you.
My stupid granddad.
Yeah, that happens, you know. I mean, I don't.
Sorry, told me to tell me my phone case is turned up, and it's like everything happens when you don't want it to. It's so annoying.
Yeah, it's just.
Sorry about this, but I bet that's why it was interfering, like the connection. I bet the call hadn't come through properly yet. So thank God for that.
Yeah, that could be it. I mean, some internet connections are like that. I mean, yeah. I have a internet connection. Like when I get calls, like when you receive a call, at that instant, your internet stops working.
Yep.
So you're receiving a call, and then I was like, "What?" So I'll be on an online class or a meeting.
Yeah.
And then it suddenly would say like, your internet is off. I said, no, I have my internet on. And then 2 seconds later, I will see a phone coming in. I was like, oh no. And then I cut the call. And most of the times I will see, like, if I'm on the, like, on a meeting or on a class, it will end, or the podcast recording will get cut off. So it is annoying. It is annoying.
Yeah. It seems to be working a little bit better now.
Yeah. Yeah, it's clear. I can hear you clearly.
Yeah, thank God for that. Like you said, it could have just been the interference. So, but I've
Yeah.
got Wi-Fi on. I don't understand that. Oh, it's just weird.
Yeah, it could be anchor issue, because I remember when Brandon for the first time joined. I mean, I remember first time. I mean, I don't know how.
That's why. Sorry, it went into maintenance 2 days ago.
Oh. Yeah.
Yeah. But obviously, it all should be working now.
Yeah. So actually, when I first used this app, I remember Choices Lady first joined. So her voice was coming through nicely, it was loud and it was perfect. Then Kat joined, it was good too. And then someone else joined, it was good too. And then for the first time, I was like hosting any British dude, and it was Brandon. And his voice was like really, the audio was like really low. So I had to like literally put my phone to my ear and then listen to him. So the first couple of weeks, but then his audio got better. I mean, it is now super awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was like that.
Let's just hope he can join then.
Oh yeah. Yeah, he said he was ready. So yeah. I was playing High School Story today, so I felt like nostalgic. Like I would play, and I was like, wow, the High School Story book one. I mean, you have the football match, you have cheerleading, you have band. And it was just a wholesome experience, And next chapter, I'll go to the homecoming. It's super awesome.
It is, isn't it?
Yeah. I just like it. The music, and I felt one thing, like I talk about the chapter length. So there was chapter 12. So it was short. It was short, but things happened, like. It was short, like just like Devil's Deal's last chapter, and it was not that long, but interesting things.
Yeah.
God, I miss like this good old days in Choices, like when they actually created stories.
Yeah, not just how do I say it without spoiling anything? Not just books based on not romance, sorry, but small. It's gone downhill so much.
Yeah, I would say they have just picked up on like following what other apps do, because other apps only focus on you need a sexy poster, like if you have seen the Surrender poster, I mean that I have seen in every other app store. One love interest is behind like a CEO boss kissing something sexy.
Have you not noticed though? Yeah.
Yeah. What?
If Wake the Dead's going to be like a good, horror romance, not romance, but kind of book, yeah.
Yeah, like It Lives Beneath. Yeah.
Yeah. Get this. But Shipwreck's supposed to be an adventure book. Why the hell does it have two people nearly kissing on the front of it? It's an adventure book, not a smut book.
Exactly. That's that. Yeah, I actually Wake the Dead. It needs to. I think Brandon said this. Like this looked like the game. Yeah, it did. Like the game or movie like posters. So it is lit, and I hope like the story lives up to it, because we really need something like It Lives Beneath.
We need It Lives Beneath, but but yeah, I mean, are you still recording it? Are you recording this bit?
Yeah. Actually, I think right now, but till last week, now Queen Bee 2 is going to be releasing from this week. But till last week, I would say the best book in Choices was The Unexpected Heirs that was releasing. It was spot on.
Yeah, I was talking to. Are you recording this bit?
Yeah, it's recording.
Oh, sorry. With do I tell you the name? Yeah, I was talking to somebody else earlier about it, because and what I'm going to say who it is just yet. She really likes what is it? Yes, I can. Are you still here?
I was getting a call, and Jesus, Yeah, carry
That's
on.
what it is then. That's what it is then. You got a call, it messed up a bit for you. I got a call, it messed up for me. It's just annoying. But yeah,
Oh,
I was talking to somebody earlier, and she was saying that she really liked it. In fact, you know what? I can't get the messages up. But she was saying like it was a really good book.
which
And
one?
it's
Which
like
one? I missed
Shipwrecked.
Oh, Shipwrecked. Okay.
And she was saying, "Oh, it's a really good story. It's a really good story." And I said, It's supposed to be an adventure book." I said, "It's just a smut story." So I said, and that's what she asked me back as well. And I was like, "Well, it's just a smut story to me." And then I said, "Why would a smut story be a 17 plus mature book with a cover which basically has two people kissing? Yeah, that's really an adventure book, you know."
Yeah.
And she was like, "Well, maybe just horny people like adventure." I thought, what? Why do you want me to reply to that?
Yeah, because Endless Summer was
Adventure.
a lot of things. So like, I mean, I miss those days in choices when choices didn't need to say ass, or other, like reproductive organs names, or underwear, panties, but still they wrote really good steamy scenes. Like the writing, I personally believe when you are writing steamy scenes, I mean, what they did in the time of AME, they did write some steamy scenes and stuff, and the writing was spot on because it's metaphorical, and you need to hide something and then write it in a different way, in a delicate manner. And that is, I think, classy, rather than just giving Sam's grabbing your ass, then like pulling down your panties and entering her fingers and stuff. So that's just, I think, pretty common, right? But what they used to do, like like, I remember the lines, like you just like metaphorical way, like the white pleasure really surrounds you. So it just like it feels good to read those, because those are metaphorical and poetic sometimes, and it's what it should be. Like you feel classy, not like really. So these are just cheap sex novels they're selling us at the moment.
Yeah, I think as well, if you compare Shipwrecked, which is supposed to be an adventure book, to say something like Endless Summer Book 1, in the 5 chapters we've had of Shipwrecked so far, 5 times, 10 times, a million times more happened in 5 chapters of Book 1 of, what do you call it?
Hey, Brandon, welcome.
Yeah.
Hey.
What's up?
Excuse me, nothing much.
Yeah. Yeah, so Matt, you were saying something, continue that, and then we'll start.
No, we'll discuss that when it comes to it. Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, all right. So, how's everybody doing?
Alright, just tired. A lot. I've been busy this week.
Oh yeah. So, did you start the esports classes?
No, that starts on Wednesday. I've been working a lot.
Okay.
Cool.
Best of luck with that.
Yeah, just working late hours.
Cool. Hard work will pay off. All right. So yeah. So a lot of things we have this week happened last week. Specifically Devil's Deal. I mean, Brandon, you said like we will get to sacrifice and stuff. So you're caught up on the recent chapters, though, right?
Yeah.
Oh yeah. So almost something like that happened. So Max said that to me. Like Brendan was saying something similar to this. That sacrificing. So interesting stuff happened. I can't wait to start talking about it.
Yeah.
Yeah. So what's up first?
Just do it like
Want to go with Devil's Deal first, because it's like the hot thing this week.
Yeah,
and
why
also
not?
it's the finale.
Yeah, let's go.
So last chapter, wow, we learned a lot of things. Like whatever happened so far, from the first chapter till the last chapter, everything comes to a full circle when Milton tells us, and all those things, and we get to know what this has been about for the whole time. Wow.
Yeah, definitely confirmed a lot of theories that we had, and most of them came through. And then it's just kind of, going tight. We started off the chapter finding out that Manuel was dead, and we were curious as to what happened. And then next thing you know, well, at least in my playthrough, we stormed out to Betty's apartment to take revenge. That ended very quickly.
Oh,
We
yeah.
we ended
I
up
have a
killing.
question here. Oh,
Wow.
yeah. So did both of you? What did you do? Did you kill Betty, or did Diana? Not Diana. Sam kill her. So who killed them in your playthroughs?
I killed her by going
Yep.
full demon mode.
Okay, I know Mac. Mac also killed her, right?
Yeah,
So
Yeah,
did you say Sam kills her as well?
Yeah, because in my playthrough, I don't transform to my demonic form. So, like, Betty was dominating my main character and was almost gonna kill him. At that exact moment, the Chester sisters come and a shot was fired, and we look up like Sam was standing there, hand shaking, and the gun in her hand. Yeah,
Oh damn. So she dies either way. Interesting.
yeah, exactly.
Okay, so
Okay,
then, yeah, so she went up killing her. We find her diary, finding out that because what we originally believed was that, well, what's to be shown is that Carrie's gonna have a baby who's gonna cure cancer, and
Uh-huh.
these two, Betty and Carrie, they were both in love. They were looking into having a baby together, so it's possible that they could have done that still, and that we have just, compromised it. So then we go back. We have a bit of a explicit moment with both sisters, who surprisingly seem to get along in that area, which is kind of interesting to say they hate each other for a moment. Anyway. And then we get some info that the manuscript has been translated by none other than Ms. Dawson, because let's be honest, it was pretty obvious. Who else would have been able to translate?
Yeah. The username hell_dancer.
Yeah, she gives us some information about what's going on, and then we bring up the map that it's creating an 8-pointed star, i.e. a portal to hell, etc. And there's only one target left, which is at our house. So, and that's kind of what we thought done. And then we find that our father has actually been killed in the same way Dr. Foreman was killed, with a smile on his face, and that the full circle's complete. We brush everybody off, tell them to leave us alone, and then guess who walks through the door? Miller.
The devil.
El Diablo himself. Then he tells us he's going to reveal everything that he's going to tell us everything. Obviously it's a bit skeptical because it's him, and then he starts to explain everything. How this whole time he has been in love, and this plot has been and this was a plot against our mother, who she separated him and his love. What was the name? Sorry, TNA.
Yeah, something.
Something like that.
Yeah.
And that he wants to be reunited with her by opening a portal to hell, and that he needs the blood. And obviously, back in the cafe, we talk about the blood of the air one or something, which in the game the character didn't know about, but we all knew that it was obviously us. And so Milton gave us the deal, and except if we've done that much, it's practically cornered us, and we've got no choice. Sacrifice ourselves to protect everyone else, but also a second deal to revive everyone who has been killed in exchange for something else, which we haven't found out yet. So, in order to save everyone else, and possibly, people, like Chester sisters, everyone who's alive, and bring back everyone, we need to cut our own throat to open the portal, which I can assume is probably going to happen. I think something dramatic is going to happen next chapter. It's going to happen, and instead of us dying, we're actually just going to end up in hell. And chapter 3. See, that's where I'm kind of wondering where it's going to go off, because book 3 say there's going to be a book 3. There has to be a book 3.
Yeah,
there's no way it's going to end it like that.
100%.
Yeah. So it's like, what's going to happen is like book 3 going to spend. It's going to have to spend like a quarter or at least half of it in hell, and then the rest going back to Earth, fighting Milton and everything, and then having the ending. But it's like, I'm wondering how that's going to work out, because like what are we going to do in hell? Because like obviously we'd have to meet our mother. It's like, explain everything. And it's like, how is it going to work? How can we get back to Earth? Maybe the Chester sisters try and do something, or maybe we make our peace with it and just stay in hell. Who knows?
Interesting. Yeah, this is interesting. And when Milton told us that we need like one part is remaining, and that is we need to cut our throat open and give the blood to that ritual, then everybody will be back. But like you said, at the end, Milton also says that this will only bring our loved ones back. That is our dad, Manuel, and Carrie. But there are lots of people dead, right? So if you start, remember, you two, that Kyle, our friend, he was dead, and alongside a lot of people, like Betty's also dead, Felicia. So they can also be back. So I think that's gonna happen because the next chapter description says that maybe like something there is an alternate way to bring all of them back, and and we won't have to die, like you said. So this is going to be interesting. Just one chapter left, and how it's going to go down.
I can understand. The thing is, I can understand the character wanting to do that though, because like everything he's done and everything it's been like, it's just failure and death that he's brought upon and that he feels of himself. So I can understand why he'd want to, just go with it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what do you guys think is going to happen in the last chapter, in the finale, book finale, not the series finale, book 2 finale?
I'm assuming Milton will. Well, obviously we'll find out what he wants, because he obviously wants something else, which I think will be like maybe he wants to, I don't know, bring more demons up, rule Earth with his loved one, something like that, or maybe take the fight down to hell. Maybe I don't know. There's all sorts. Maybe he wants to take a fight down to hell at some point, and maybe he wants us to or use us. There's all sorts. But maybe and it gives us some time to think about it. We meet up with the Chester sisters, and they give us a solution. Maybe Miss Dawson comes into a bigger play because she's played an interesting part. It's like she's played a part of Milton, but like she's scared of our mother, so she's got a boundary to it, so she'll help us a bit more. But it's like at that point I'd be like, because she always talks in riddles, or like she always talks with leaving something out. It's be like, enough with the riddles, just tell me.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
Would be interesting to see. What do you think, Mac, is going to happen at the last chapter?
I think I've got literally nothing to add on that, because like you and me talked about that the other day when we just talked about it as well together. So that's what we did. I actually played through it with you, didn't I? So it's like we just thought it'd be something fun to do, and we did it, and it was like even we couldn't think of. I couldn't think of. I was there for about 20 minutes thinking, I don't know what can happen. Anything can happen, and it was just. I've got, it's just. There's just so much what could happen. I'm actually at a point now with Devil's Deal where I don't know what I think's going to happen. It's just so much can happen.
Yeah.
How'd you two do it together?
Yeah, like the playthrough on Google Meet.
It was just me. I just suggested it. I thought, do you want to just do it or something? And I didn't know what you were doing, so I just thought just play through it, and it would just.
No, that actually sounds really good. Like a live, that would actually be good for a recording as well, like a live reaction or something.
Yeah, I want to suggest that.
The sound won't come. Like it's just only video. Like you can't hear the sound.
There's different platforms and ways to do it. I could look into some if you want.
Oh yeah, that would be good. So we can do a finale, like a big one. What I mean?
Yeah, sounds good. All the way.
But we won't have to take the intimate moments.
Yeah. Definitely.
Oh yeah, that would be interesting. Yeah, so I also think like I think I said on that day too, like maybe our mother, because our mother is the reason Milton got separated from his lover. So seeing that our life is in danger, maybe our mother will come to Earth and will offer Milton a deal, because our mom is a demon too. So maybe she will offer a deal like you get back with your loved ones, with your lover, and then but you give everyone their lives back, and you spare my child, something like that. That can happen, or anything can happen. Like Max said, it's just a dark alley we're walking through. We don't know what's gonna happen.
At least with this book, I can tell that even if we die, we just go back down to hell. So at this point, death, I won't even worry about death.
Yeah.
I mean, if we're in hell, there's definitely a way to get back up.
Yeah. I think death, even if it's an option, I think that would be book at the end of book 3 maybe, because if we die now, then it would be complicated for a book 3 plot. Although anything can happen in this book.
Yeah.
But I would like if they do what you said with, what was that book? Hostel Story. Because I would love that when we have saved Mark, we have saved Bella, we have lived up to Dimitri's expectations, we have taken down this prophet, then maybe sort of we can do something like we are in order to kill the prophet, maybe the prophet and our main character they die together. So we can be together. They can have a scene afterwards with Ivy. That would be super good.
Yeah, after that last chapter left off, it was. Let's just say I'm done trusting Vince's sources. Yeah, but I mean, I was skeptical already when the wine came out after what happened in book 2. I was like, oof, yeah, no, I'll take a rain check. Like, and they tried to guilt trip us, and it's like, fine. Yeah. But this is the last time I get guilt tripped, and that's definitely the last time I get guilt tripped. And then it's like we started off with this crazy nut job. We wanted us to break out a Russian spy from an armored convoy, and then they were debating back and forth how to do it. Do we get him on the move or do we blow it? So I chose to hit it moving. I don't know about you. What did you guys choose?
I don't know because I didn't even.
Yeah,
play
same.
You reminded me. I didn't even know.
I'll stop talking then.
No, just do it. I can't play through it. Can I? No, just tell me. I'll read it later.
So then, once that's done, plans. We have to steal a key card from an attractive mercenary, and we tried to do it. And it's kind of cool how it does. It backflashes to like when we did in the first book or the first chapter where we met Bella. We tripped her into the pool, the fountain brother, and we pulled her up. And we tried to do that with this merc, but she had way faster reflexes. And we fell in. And obviously she kind of fell coy to it. And then obviously she tried to pull us away. And it's like she said she wanted to bring us back to a hostel with her friends. It's like that was a bit a bit of deja vu here. Yeah, and then it's like then she pulls into a tight alley where we have a explicit moment where she's a merc, she has needs, and we're able to swipe the key card pretty easily, and she even leaves us a number. And it's like, what's with all these people just leaving us their numbers? I mean, I know we're pretty awesome, but we're not exactly running a service here.
Yeah.
But we get the key card. We get all suited up and we make a run for the hostage, which goes smoothly. We go for the hostage himself, and then Jim's obviously a bit preoccupied. We can't shoot, we can't help him because he's got a guy behind him and he's blocking the shot. We can either warn him, jump in front of him, or protect the target. I tried to warn him, but there's too much gunfire, and then that didn't go well. He got shot through the vest, and then we dropped the guy behind him, and he's like, "You didn't cover me." It's like, "Yo, chill out. You're supposed to be a highly trained operative. Watch your back." So then we're driving away. We have a bit of a sore moment. Vince and Katia get along for like a split second, then Jim ruins the moment. "You didn't cover me. Get over yourself, dude. Relax." And it's like, oh, it's back and forth bickering. And it's like, you owe me an apology. All right. And I was like, okay, Jim, I'm sorry. You're being a bitch. And he's like, ugh, and he just keeps getting mad. And it's like, yes, shut it. And then obviously we kind of forget the hostage is just kind of suffocating. So we pull him up and we find out it's the guy from Russia, the guy from the jewelry store that we busted out. Who was an undercover agent that we dealt with the robbery. Yuri, who was sent by Gromov to I think it was acquire a jump drive of information. And then once we get back, we get given the set of wine. Yuri explains that he has to jump drive inside his gut. He swallowed it to protect the info and that they were going to pump his stomach so they didn't kill him. And then Jim betrays us. Shocker. He hit us with some sleeping pills of the wine. He goes to get the info out of Yuri and then tells us that he is planning to make an offer to the Silkway and meet the Prophet, join them. And because Vince betrayed him, he said that he thinks that he thinks that, and frankly we don't know anything so far, but he thinks that Vince betrayed him, tipped him off, sold him out, screwed up his life, and he wants payback. And this is the best way to do it. So all I can say is, wonder if we get out there alive. So, because last thing we know is the Silkway are sending operatives to us now, so this should be fun.
Yeah.
I'm gonna kill Jim and Vince.
Yeah, I mean, two things are very common throughout the 3 books of Hostel Story. First thing is Bella. I mean, I don't know in any book if we have seen for
technically.
3 or 4 chapters continuously Bella being like safe. Like she's always getting kidnapped. She's always getting transported from one place to the other place. So that's one trend. Like Bella is never safe. And the second thing, like you said, is we're always getting like drugged or something with wine. It happened.
Actually, it was vodka. The first one. It was vodka. Now it's wine. So at this point, anyone asks me for a drink, I'm just saying no. Don't guilt trip me. The answer's no.
Yeah, so I actually, because I was thinking like Jim offered some drinks, so I said there were options. I thought maybe it's like a genuine thing, so I said no, I'm not gonna drink because we're on a duty. But then Jim was first sad, like he literally forced us to drink that, like you said. So yeah, I mean, and then the thing happened in Budapest. I mean, with that, I forgot his name. But the same thing happened.
Oh yeah, I can't remember his name. Elizabeth and I can't remember his name.
The guy's name.
Oh,
that's it, Dougie.
Yeah.
Yeah, Doug.
Yeah, Dougie. Yeah. Honest to God, that just seems to be a trend of getting drinks spiked, and then cut to black and. Yeah.
So do you have? I think we talked about this last week, but do you have any good guesses after this chapter, like who this prophet could be? Because
I'm still sticking with the theory of it's somebody from a former unit or ex-military. Well, we know he's ex-military for the most part, so I'm sticking with the theory of an ex-soldier. Maybe not exactly someone we've served with, but maybe someone who was considered a legend or an iconic soldier. One of those good heroes turned bad type of scenario. They wanted to do good. They try and then they kind of went off the rails a bit. That's what I'm getting so far.
Yep.
Interesting. Do you have any idea, Mac?
I actually don't admit that.
Yeah, I mean, I also think like it could be from our close circles, like Brandon said, because I don't think it's going to be a random person, but it's probably going to be someone we know. And if it were a she, I would have had some guesses like who it could have been.
I would have said Vince, but he's way too old. He's way too old.
Could be, a big
quite frankly, outdated. We'll say that.
Yeah. And Vince, I don't, because he helped us a lot too, I guess.
Even though I'm gonna kill him after this because I'm done with his sources and his BS. At this point, the only person I trust so far is Katia.
Yeah. Book 1, Vince was like completely like a jerk. Book 2, Vince became a good ally. Book 3, he's back to being a jerk.
Yeah.
Yeah. Now he's but that's kind of I just realized it's kind of a ring around the roses here. Jim thought Vince betrayed him. Now Vince and ruined his life. Now Vince is accusing us of ruining his life. And it's like, is there a trend going on here? Is there another trend going on?
Yeah,
I mean, if I have to put Vince down, I will not hesitate because he's being an absolute nightmare.
Yeah. So maybe something similar happened. Like Vince did something. Maybe Vince doesn't even know, didn't know about like Jim's condition, and Jim only blames Vince for that. Jim blames Vince, but Vince doesn't know, or Vince maybe didn't have anything to do with it. Could be.
Yeah.
Might be a wake-up call. But I'm thinking everybody it could be. I don't know. I mean, nope. I'm just gonna stick with the old army military guy, ex-hero, gone off the rails, trying to do good, etc. I can't think of anybody else. I can't think of anybody else though.
Yeah, it would be interesting to find out like who this person really is. I
mean, we're being kidnapped now, so we might find out next chapter.
Could be, or maybe just could be. It'd be interesting. So, Brandon, did you start reading Honeywood?
No, not yet. I definitely haven't read any books. Actually, one thing I have noticed is a lot of the book covers have changed.
Yeah. Matt actually sent me some screenshots. Yeah.
Yep.
Yeah, no. I'll say with Anchor, you can actually come off it and go onto your app if you want to have a look, Mac. But a lot of the covers have changed.
I know it, but like, I actually noticed that. I don't know if you still did or it was just my phone. When I actually loaded in, the covers, what we knew, wasn't loading properly first, and all the others ones weren't. What wasn't changed? I'm like, hang on, what's this? So I just exited it there. I went back in and I thought, what the hell are some of these? The Impossible Games? What the?
Yeah, I can see the theory of that. So we got like Hostel Story, which is Ivy, which is a bit interesting. I mean, I think the first cover might have been a bit better, but I mean, I'm not complaining. I like Ivy. Half Human, that makes sense. You know, robotic. It's Emily. Impossible Game. That's a pretty much good theory of what happened. A lot of confusion in a suit, and I'm guessing that's Aria. Project Prometheus. That's an interesting one. I'm not sure about that one. That's kind of offering up that it might be a bit different in book 2, but it looks quite good. Half Human like... 2, yes. Yeah. Impossible Game 2. I like that one. Yeah, that's pretty good. Because the whole theory about it is a player for control over everything, so it makes sense they're wearing a suit and they're trying to look all big. Yeah. Colorblind. I'm not sure about that one.
Just average.
Yeah, that's pretty average. And then that's it. But I wasn't just to see that a lot of these have changed.
Yeah, I mean, these are attractive.
Yeah. I think as well, adding on to that as well, what did you and me talk about Air the other day? Literally about a couple of days before that actually happened. Talking about the people on the cover are usually the ones what betray us. Right? And now it's changed, and I thought, that's not good. I mean, not,
so far, these look pretty good, so I'm excited to see what ones they come back for Devil's Deal.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. I mean, when I first saw Project Prometheus' cover, I thought, what is this like? Is this like Avatar movie? Because it's just like supposed to be a robot, but
I was thinking more downgraded Tron.
No.
Yeah, so it was interesting. But Ivy, yeah, that was super good, and Half Human, it was good, and Impossible Game, that was good.
Definitely, yeah.
Yeah,
that was super good. But they didn't sort of update the cover of Devil's Deal Book 1.
No, I think they only. I think these are experimental, and they're going to be changing more of them as they come out. Like, it looks more like how they did Hostel Story 2's one, and 3. It looks how they kind of did those. Those ones look very updated a bit.
Yeah. I
just realised the woman in the Hostel Story 3 cover is the woman who was wanting to defect in one of the earlier chapters, I think. So
I know.
That's what
I tried to say. It's like I've said this 5,000 times, and I'll keep saying it. In all the book covers, what have been changed are the people who usually betray us, and it's like they've changed them. It's like probably no reason to think like this, but I just think it's a bit weird that they've done that.
At this point, I don't trust anybody anyway, so
no,
makes sense. No, but not too bad. Like Devil's Deal Game 2. I mean, the demon. Yeah, no, that's not Carrie. We've had Carrie as a zombie, so I'm definitely thinking that might be the mother now. Because if you look at it, it doesn't actually. Now that you think about it, it doesn't resemble too much of Carrie because her hair is a lot lighter, and it seems to reveal a more mature and more sophisticated lady, and it definitely not Miss Dawson because her hair's more shorter.
She's young. The one on the cover is young. That's
a little younger. So, and plus it's demon, so there's not necessarily age. There's not necessarily ages in demons because they live on for eternity. So it's there's not necessarily age. So that's most likely our mother, I'm assuming.
Could be. So maybe for that matter, last chapter when we meet the mother, like our mother comes back. So then, it would make sense.
Yeah, I've said this before going to choices. Sorry, I've said this 5,000 times. Like every week with being on, it's like I really hope something like this will happen. And it's like, to me, in my opinion, I think something like that will happen this next chapter. Because I hope it's not as short as it was the one that was previously had. Because that was a very short chapter.
I mean, it made sense, what's going on. There's obviously it's probably going to come up for some like big-ish finale.
Yeah.
Going up to the book 3.
Yeah, eventful. Last chapter was eventful, like a little short but eventful.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Because that's what happens when you have short chapters. You need to put loads of things in, not just filler stuff in.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, I can't wait for the last chapter to release. I mean, 16 chapters. I'm excited.
It's the best series I've ever read. I'll just say it now. Ever.
Yeah, I think my best are. I think it's Hostel Story and Devil's Deal.
I know. I mean, out of choices and dreams, though. It's the best I've ever read. hands down.
I've still got my group of favourites, so I won't stick to individual ones.
Yeah, I think I know which favourite that is.
So for me, in Dream Zone, I would say, Devil's Deal. Definitely, it's now my top. And then I have Time and Time
Colorblind.
Again. Yeah, it's actually just one book, but it's actually good, isn't it?
Yeah,
And
definitely
Half
interesting.
Half Human is actually good. I
Yeah.
mean, here and there they need to do some things, but other than that, it started out well. In book 2, it was good too. I mean, I want a book 3 next.
Oh, definitely. I mean, but it's been out for a while. You know, it takes a good while for these books to come out.
Yeah.
So I mean, so it makes sense. But you know, there's still time. Still plenty of it.
Yeah. But technically, after Hostel Story, this book comes out. So let's see.
Mm.
So that's all from Dream Zone, I guess. So then
Yep.
let's get back to choices. Do either of you have anything to add about Devil's Deal or Hostel Story? No.
Nothing that comes to mind.
No,
Mac?
no, I really don't.
Okay. Alright. So let's just say can't wait for finale, and then
Yep.
move on to choices. Yeah. Alright. So the last week in choices, and from this week we're gonna have Queen Bee. So Brandon, did you complete book 1?
Not yet.
You're on?
I am going to be doing it this week because I've been diamond grinding, so I should be able to get through it quick enough.
Okay. Wednesday's the day.
I have time.
Yeah.
Don't worry.
Can I just add something to that, please? If you don't mind putting in.
Definitely.
No. I'll ask you after this, Brandon. You probably know what I'm going to ask, but I'll ask it after anyway. So.
Okay. Alright. So where do you want to start? We have 3 books releasing, and 4 book actually. So of which I think the Royal Finale, that is, I'm not playing. The Shipwrecked, I'm not playing, but actively, but watching stuff, and The Unexpected Heiress, awesome, and the Nanny Affair. So that's what's also I'm playing. So yeah, where do you want to start?
We'll have to give Shipwrecked a miss because I actually haven't read it this week. I've been way too busy to even get my stream. I did one stream this week, which was coming back to Siege, but I wasn't able to do my Saturday stream for Shipwrecked. So I'm going to boost it onto next week so we can do 2 chapters so we can have it more filling.
Okay, yeah. Anyway, I am not reading Shipwrecked anyway. So
Yeah.
TNA. That's taken an interesting turn. After Monaco, we're actually into the winter season now.
Snowy. Oh, by the way, I would like to stop here for a bit, a little questioning. So, I think Brandon, you said that there's going to be a Halloween. So, was there a spoiler that you, or did you just say like you thought there would be a Halloween thing because it's already winter?
Yeah, I thought there might have been a Halloween thing, but
Yeah.
So, didn't see any spoilers for that.
oh no, that was just a prediction on my own thing.
That's sad.
I'm not too bothered though. I like the little effect now. Like I like the snowflakes coming down to show off the winter season in the next few chapters. Now I like that effect.
Yeah, but I wanted a Halloween, like a party with the boys, maybe trick or treating.
Actually, in all fairness, as well, this chapter was actually interesting in its own way because there were a few, should we say, side things that. Interesting.
Yeah.
Oh well, that's because you didn't look into it all too good yet. Because there was a lot of things that you might have missed, and there's, obviously off the book it might not have seemed too interesting. So like, we started off first day back in New York, and we call up Jenny because apparently there's a thing where every time it's first snow, MC calls her up, and it's like, but she's not as amused to it. It's like, what's to be excited from falling rain from the sky?
Rain?
Like, yeah, she called it falling rain or something. It was weird.
Yeah.
And then it wasn't too bad though. We get a morning text from Sam, and then not long after, followed by banging little hands on the door, where Sam and the boys have rented up a little ice skate rink just outside of town that we can all spend a bit of the day there. And it's like this is another thing I like. It's like another
After a long time.
Yeah, it's quite good. You know, we have some fun. We have we have a bit of a steamy moment, getting some hot cocoa, shall we say? We have some we have some fun on the ice skating rink. Have a little race.
Liliana.
Yeah, we even brought Liliana. Apparently, she's been inseparable from the boys. I think Mickey's taken
No,
a
no,
liking to her. as well.
From Mason, I guess, not from the boys.
No, because she even said that she's been inseparable from the boys. Like they've all become good friends.
Yeah, then
So I'm
Mickey
thinking-
said. Yeah, then Mickey said, not all of the boys.
I think Mickey's warming up to her a bit as a friend, but he's still a bit skeptical. I think he's warming up to her though.
Yeah.
And then that was a nice moment, and then we're back to work. Things are going normal. Evan, we run into Evan again, and he's acting different.
Yeah, somebody pointed that out on Twitter as well. I know.
Yeah, he's acting very. I can't remember if it was like Zofia or like Robin or both. Even it was one of the two.
Robin.
A bit like both, really. I
Yeah.
think. Yeah, and it's like, what gives? Are you a bit salty because you didn't get to go to Monaco? And it's like, I got brought on to Monaco, and it's like, not my fault. But thing is, Zofia told us that he had an event to go, but the way it seemed like he didn't have that. It's like, is it possible Zofia told him that he wasn't coming, and then made up an excuse for us to come because she knew that we were better?
We're the best, yeah.
I mean, it's possible, but then obviously there's a message about a meeting going on. Actually, no, correction. We get the afternoon lunch where we get to go out with Sam a bit. We get to sneak off for a bit of a. Actually, no, technically it's a meeting. My correction.
Yeah.
A quote meeting. Evan was supposed to attend it, but apparently he wasn't keen on it, so we got sent up to meeting. Sam was a bit surprised, but nonetheless happy. And we go out to a little cafe to discuss some things, both business and personal. And we have a bit of a heart-to-heart moments. Just talking about things, being with each other. And I like how they even purposely hinted out the part of romance in the winter season. Like they was all talking about couples cuddling together and such, and getting together, etc., etc. And then it's like, but I mean, before we get to that, we're back at the cafe. We're talking about personal things, how things are going together. Just you and me, having fun. And then also Sam's presenting an idea that might help our division. So, and she thinks it actually might be beneficial. And then once we're back in the park, we pull away for a secret moment. Obviously, neither of us want to leave. I mean, I won't want to leave. And then, a bit of a snowball fight on the way back to the office. And then we run into Aditya, Aditya, who sees us be a little personal, and it's like, I don't know, better cover this up. Obviously, I think, I trust Aditya, and it's like, once he finds out at some point, I think he'll be all right. So I think it won't be too bad. But at this point, we're able to convince him that, we're just all friends. Yeah, we're just all friends, close with it. And he takes it off, and then we have a run-in with Evan. He's like, "Why did you go to the meeting? Didn't see anybody else around." And obviously he's complaining and yada yada yada. And then we're back to work for a bit, and then Evan asks to see us in his office, which is a bit suspicious. And then he hits us with an accusation that we've been sleeping our way to the top.
Yeah.
And I'm like, one second, let me just process what you just said. Did you just say sleeping to the top? Who, pray tell, have I been sleeping with? And it's like, oh my god, this man is jealous and full of himself. He doesn't even know. And that's where we got left off with. So we've been left off with an accusation that we've been sleeping our way to the top. And it's like, everyone's just laughing at it. Oh, actually, there was one bit I forgot as well that I wanted to talk about as well. We've run into Lana in the office as well.
The elevator.
And she's apparently meeting Zofia with coffee, but that's not the meeting. And then as we're going to the meeting, but also another thing like that I found a bit disturbing is like, we said we were off to a meeting, and she was like, she had an idea of who we were going to. She was like, "Give time my love," and it was like, how the hell do you know, or how did you take a guess? And it's like, so there's a few secret things going on. Like Lana, I think, best I can tell, I think she might be with like talking with Robin about something. Because I doubt Zofia, or Zofia even. but I think Robin mainly because the way she said it sounded like Sophia wouldn't, because at this point,
But didn't we make Lana an ally in with
Yes.
Sam in the
not
in the-
necessarily. We just quote advised her against siding with Robin because Robin is Robin. Yeah, we didn't necessarily make her an ally. We're on basic terms. She's just a mini Sophia. So at this point, ally is not even the word at this point.
Yeah.
So I'd say just forced acquaintances at this point.
Yeah.
And then
yeah, anything can happen. Yeah.
yeah, anything can happen. I mean, obviously, if we get a chance to talk to Sophia and we get to ask her about it, and she might not see it, then we'll obviously know for sure. But it'll be interesting.
But I think the accusation is there, but it's going to be something like like Bo literally taking the credit for us, because the next chapter description says I think it's a Thanksgiving dinner with the Dalton family. So
Yes.
what would they say in the
Yes.
chapter, something like that? So I think this is gonna be something like trivial, like the Bo's thing, and in the first 5 minutes or 2 minutes of the next chapter, we'll come to a conclusion. Or maybe because the dinner is going to be the Thanksgiving dinner, that's going to be the main priority. So I think it's going to be Bo-like thing, but we'll have to see.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like the accusation. Everything comes to a head when you spend your first holiday with the North. It says everything comes to a head. So what if that's where I want to say where it comes out, but it's like everybody who we'd be with already knows. I think everyone would be at the dinner. It'd be her parents, Robin, us, the kids. And that's about it. It's like I don't see what else could come out unless Robin starts running her mouth for no reason. Sophia,
Yeah.
I don't think Sophia would be there.
Nope.
Nope.
I mean, the holiday season party is going to be the final chapter, hopefully, on the on how it ends. But I'm not too sure. I don't think it's Thanksgiving because I think we're in December or the holiday season. So I think we may have passed Thanksgiving.
It's Thanksgiving, right? Next chapter.
It's possible, but since we're in the holiday season, we could have passed it. Because isn't Thanksgiving usually
No.
autumn time still?
At the end, right before Yvonne called us, I think they said at one point like you guys start working fast because the Thanksgiving is fast approaching. It said.
Oh, I'm not too sure. I might have missed it. I'll have to go back through it. But yeah, one or the other. But I guess I just don't see who else will be there apart from the Dalton family. I mean, obviously
I think
things might be a bit tense between Robin and us, and
Definitely. I mean, mainly it's going to be I can see. I don't know how they're gonna work with the accusation. Maybe it's going to be trivial like Bo, or maybe it's gonna be held off for that time, and then we'll go to the dinner. And mainly it's gonna be tension between Robin, so some dinner table drama and stuff. And so that's how it's gonna go, and we'll get some opportunity there to smack Robin also. And then we'll get a chance, as usual, to sneak off and have some moment with Sam, like we always been having. So,
there's always a backup plan to deal with this accusation.
yeah,
Tell Sophia, just tell Sophia.
yeah, could be.
Hey Sophia, your ex-head scientist is jealous of me, and he's accusing me of sleeping with you. So you might want to, start that.
I think it's gonna be trivial something.
Nah, doubtful. I don't think it'll last much because it's like
Yeah.
we've been busting, everything to be working at this. This is what we wanted to do. We've been working hard. It's not our fault we've worked our way at the top in quick years. We've worked our way at the top, not slept our way at the top. The sleeping is just a bonus.
Yeah, it's trivial, like Bo.
But I don't think, not much is going to happen. But I did like this chapter, we had a bit of family, we had a bit of drama, and also we still got the thing of Robin going into phase 2, whatever that is. We've got phase 2, we've got Lana up to something, who's also skeptical of us and our relationship with Sam, we think, and then also Evan being a little odd. I think Evan might be doing something, but I'm not too sure. Either that or he's just annoyed because he thinks we've been sleeping our way to the top.
Yeah, this is serious. Yeah, I think this chapter was actually better than the last couple of chapters, because it was a really good chapter. And also, like the boys, we see them after a long time. And Liliana, I mean, it was really a cute moment when seeing Mason and Liliana together, and the like sort of the like sort of the way the boys act, the fight, their skirmishes. It was just sweet thing. I wish to get some more time just with the boys in the diamond scene, but oh well, it was good because I remember in the last book we took the boys to the Taco Bell truck or something, and we had a very awesome time there. And I think I'm looking forward to getting more time with the boys because the book's nanny affair, but I think the book one, it was a big part the boys, and it still is, but we need like more time with the boys too, to sort of like as just because the it's gender locked solely because because our nanny's mother nature, that as a male probably there wouldn't have been toward the boys. So I would like to see that to develop like to a mother relationship, because if it's going to end in 20th chapter, then we'll be married to Sam, so the motherly nature, it is there, but I want to see to it like more, you know what I mean, like that'd be super awesome. So more time with the boys in the coming chapters, it'll be super good.
Yeah, definitely. And obviously I think one thing I just kind of picked up, Lana being a bit suspicious. I mean, if she is working with Robin and that caused a bit of tension, how are things going to work with Mason and Liliana? Because I can just imagine there'll be some big drama, everybody's there, and then Liliana just tears her daughter away from Mason, and he just gets like heartbroken or something. It's like, oof.
I don't think personally that is going to be, because I still think
this is Lana we're talking about. She's Sophia.
Yeah.
She's
I know.
half Sophia, so I mean, I won't put it past her.
One half of me agrees with you, but one half of me says like we did win her over one way or the other. Like maybe she's planning something. She could be against us with all of her soul, but she loves her daughter with everything. So she and we presented a good opportunity that her daughter would learn something. So on that basis, we literally snatched her away from Robin. So I think Lana is on our side. Even if she's planning something, that could be true, like she could backstab us with Sophia Robin, but I don't think that's going to affect Liliana or Mason's relationship. I mean, if they do, then, and specifically if the book ends here, then I don't think there's a scope for that. But, anything can happen. Just this is my speculation.
Oh, yeah, definitely. It could go either way. I mean, we'll have to see. I mean, next week's going to be a big one. We get Hustle Story. We get picked up by more Silkway Ops. Might meet the Prophet. Devil's Deal will come to a close for that. Well, for the second one, then TNA. We get our first holiday, but also first holiday means some juicy drama. Yeah. Queen Bee as well.
Yeah. First, you complete that. Yeah. So, Mac, what's your output on that? What's your theory?
On what, sorry?
TNA.
Yeah.
Oh, that's also something as well. We haven't seen Jordan in a while.
Exactly. I said that last week.
I mean, I guess she's with the boys, but how come she didn't come with us down to the ice rink? I would have thought we'd brought us with her.
It was a family time, you don't include nannies in your family affair that much.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
That would have been too shabby. Actually, I think there are lots of things. I actually am still. I don't get me wrong. I liked the chapter. It was good. Better than the last couple of chapters, like I said. But I still think if it is going to end at chapter 20 and like 5 or 6 more chapters are left, I think we started book 2 with a lot of things and promises. So first of all, we have a big thing, and this is not a trivial thing, and this is not that can be like foreign affairs. That is not Winston. That is Addison, Sam's ex-wife's mystery there. Then Jordan drama, like how that part is gonna come into play. Then what Robin is up to, what Sophia is up to, and now Lana. So I think we have a lot of things in our plate, and I think it needs to, I don't know, like I just hope like I get the full scope of it because Addison, if this is not really well delivered, then I'm going to be disappointed because we really speculated a lot what could have happened, and that Jordan moment, how we're going to go to it, we're going to that point. So I think a lot is at stake for the next couple of chapters, and a lot of things can really spice up.
Yep.
Very interesting. Yeah, so Matt, you're saying something?
I'm not going to add anything on it at the moment.
No, I think we have to wait till next chapter.
Yeah. I was just hoping something like when the, I don't know about Brandon, but I think Mac read that book, Open
book?
Heart book too, Open Heart, when it came back from hiatus, the chapter 12 and 13, like it was like the Nanny Affair book too. I mean, not how it's happening, but the things. So we had a lot of things at plate. Like we were handling this issue, that issue. So 4 or 5 issues were there, and I remember it took me 2 hours to read 2 chapters, and 1 hour and some minutes to read 1 chapter, and it was like woo moment. I mean, Open Heart book like skyrocketed at that point. So I was hoping to get something like that with the Nanny Affair.
Yeah.
But I see it's stretched out also compared to Open Heart. I get that, but still, like at this stretch, we're at the we're going to the home stretch. So now it really needs to be like that Open Heart book, how it was after hiatus. So that would be super exciting. I mean, it would do the justice to book 1 also. And if it doesn't happen and it kind of goes like Foreign Affairs, how it happens, and then I'm going to be disappointed. And it's specifically because a lot of things we need to learn. I mean, I will be still hungry for like the information we needed to know.
Like I said, Nanny Affair. The good thing is we know there should be at least 20 chapters. So
Yeah.
So there's still time to pick this up. I mean, obviously. It's gonna. We know it's definitely gonna get good when we get to the part from the chapter 1, where things start getting a bit dramatic and how it ends. That's one thing we can look forward to for definite. And I think they will close things up for definite.
Fingers crossed. Fingers seriously crossed. I mean, I do really hope that. Hopefully. Let's see what happens.
I mean, I have faith.
Yeah. Let's see. Okay, so. Anybody reading the what happened in the Royal finale? Anything interesting happening?
Still not caught up on that now.
I've read all the chapters, but honestly, it is one of the most boring books I've ever read. Scratch that, one of the most boring, like, what do you call it, series book things? Oh, yeah, I've ever read. How many books is it now? 7? 9?
I don't know.
Yeah, it's so boring. Like, I know I've said Nanny Affair was, I will say. It has picked up, but like the Royal finale, honestly, no, don't waste your money. Don't waste your diamonds or your keys. Don't.
Yeah. Yeah, unless you have a nostalgic feeling for it, like you've been playing since the very beginning. Then I can understand.
Yeah, like I said, if you enjoy the book, enjoy the book. That's fine. That's up to you. But
yeah,
it's just not my cup of tea.
Yeah, actually, I didn't come to this chapter even, this book even, because I didn't even complete the original trilogy. It's really big, massive.
Yeah. And you'll honestly, I will add though, if you did ever read it, be warned of how much the Prince Liam is forced into your face. Jesus Christ, he's literally everywhere. God, just get out of my face, man. No.
Oh yeah, so I chose the main character as the main character. And then I chose the prince, and I named the prince after me. So that way,
Well,
so that was
B something? No, I don't know.
Yeah,
2.
Queen B 2.
Queen B 2 drops on
Wednesday.
Yeah, correct me if I'm wrong, Houston, but is it 2 chapters releasing, or is it just 1 chapter? I've got to wait another week for this.
One chapter.
One chapter. Sequels, 1 chapter. New book, 2 chapters. That's how they're doing.
I think the 2 chapter one was made. It was either a one-off or it's for VIP books. Which, saying that as well, they actually. I don't know if you guys saw it on Instagram, but I even put up my story. They one of the main people for Choices released the covers for Wake the Dead, and Surrender.
Oh.
Yeah.
Awake
Yeah.
the
Yeah,
Dead. Without
um,
explaining it, it looks very Walking Dead style. I
Yeah.
like it, but it's very
Yeah.
just seems very Walking Dead style. Surrender looks interesting actually. Looks quite
It was
interesting.
Call of Duty like.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I don't know if you know this, but there was a tweet going out the other day. It is confirmed that Surrender is female gender locked.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
I saw that. I mean,
But-
I guess it makes
but-
sense.
But then not saying it's an excuse, but they pointed out as well, which is probably an excuse.
It's gonna be
that you can
from
still play-
multiple
you can still
point of
play
interest.
if you're- Yeah, like what is it, Crown and the Flame, where you can like play two different characters. Yeah.
Yeah, I
You'll
guess that
be
makes sense.
playing from your allies POV, so it's also single love interest book.
I guess it kind of makes sense for it to be
Yeah.
female based because
Yeah.
when you're a male, it's like
Yeah.
yeah.
Not my cup of tea, that.
I'm not saying it's my cup of tea, but I think dialogue or that might just be a bit. It might just be way more difficult for a male. So, but I mean, at least they still added the point
Yeah.
of views to
Yeah.
make up for that. So I think that's a
Yeah,
good thing
yeah.
they did. So it's not too bad.
Yep.
Yeah.
But Wake the Dead, I mean, it'd be interesting to see because, like I said, like I have seen a lot of zombie movies. I mean, none of them like, it's not that scary like the zombie thing.
No.
We read the games are good. So, but a story, so choices can really set a precedent because if they do a story really good, like the exact thing they did in Nightbound, what they did in It Lives, if they do the zombie in that way, it would be like wow. I mean, they can make. I mean, someone can make a movie out of it because the zombie movies I don't like, they're not really scary. I've watched some zombie cartoons, they're actually good, by the way, but movies are not that up to good. Like it's not that scary, maybe sometimes comedy, so yeah, I would love that. And but what I fear, it shouldn't be like what they did with Wolf Bride and some other books, that it shouldn't be romance based, but it
No.
yeah, romance should have been there, but mainly just like in It Lives or Nightbound.
Yeah, like a tad bit of romance because I think a lot of people have been asking or complaining on Twitter like no romance. It's like I think one of Choice's main things is romance, and it's like I mean I suppose it's fine adding a bit of romance in it. It adds something unique to it. But I mean adding it along with like most books that go 50-50 on it, it's pretty fine.
Yeah, I mean, with romance, I feel like it's kind of hard. I don't know how to explain that because let's take Nightbound. Okay, you've been watching Cat's playthrough, right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So Nightbound, if you see, like we have like it has romance. Like we have with Mick.
It's got
with
four love interests, but it's very what's the word?
plot based.
Plot based. That's it.
Yeah, but
in a good way.
Huh?
But in a good way, like it's got its moments that you can steal with a certain someone, which is
Yeah.
fair enough for a story. Most stories, at least at this point, more or less everything has a bit of romance in it. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly. But what was it, Wolf Bride or some other recent books is that it's just mainly like there is a supernatural element, like maybe they're a werewolf or they're like something, but the focus is not like the main focus is on how the relationship is going to work. So sort of how the romance, the sexual part, how that is going to work, and like we're having the supernatural beings, but we're still focusing on the romance or the sexual part. But with Nightbound, with It Lives, we are having supernatural thing, but we're mixing it up with romance also. So I think that kind of books are super awesome. So I hope Wake the Dead is like Nightbound, like It Lives, beneath, and not like Wolf Bride. I'm not saying Wolf Bride was bad, but when I like imagine supernatural genre, then I don't just me, that's how I feel. I don't imagine that. But also It Lives in the Woods, it had like really less romance, so I wouldn't also prefer that. I mean, I like a perfect balance, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That'd be good. Beneath was good. It was
Yeah.
really good.
100%.
definitely.
Yeah.
So
And-
what's
Till
Alright,
chapter 5, The Unexpected Heiress. So let me catch you up to that. So far we're like we know that Amelia was killed and she was poisoned by the perfume she was gifted. And Francis and our main character, we plot a plan that we will sort of pretend that we're gonna get married, and we're going to sort of make the killer believe that Amelia's sister is going to take her place. So maybe they will do some mistake or something will happen. And we don't tell John, a great love interest, by the way, and Hughes, I also like him. So them about the fake marriage, but we do tell them, like, this is a diamond scene. You can tell them that Amelia was originally murdered, and so mystery here and there. We go to the village and we learn that Amelia could have had could have had an affair. Now, after reading Veil of Secrets, It Lives Beneath, I think it does say she has an affair, but I kind of believe probably she didn't have an affair. So, and this is a really good mystery book. So far, till chapter 5, it's released, and I would say it's just like Veil of Secrets or It Lives Beneath, and perhaps the best book releasing this month. It's just out top, like super awesome, full in mystery and the old time England. Like, I just love it, everything.
Yep.
Yeah, I definitely love the British style books. Definitely gonna have to come back to them at some point, which will be fun. And then I kind of hope they make a new one or something, because I like how Unexpected Areas is filled with a lot of old history of England and the British Empire and such. And I liked going back over that. That was really interesting.
Yeah, the mystery is good. Like, it's not really easy to write a mystery book, and I will give this to Choices. Like, this is what Choices is originally about, because you go to any other app store. I mean, yeah, Dream Zone did a good job with the Devil's Deal book and some other books, but in terms of how to spin a mystery, so Choices has done this really good. Veil of Secrets, I haven't read a book like that ever before. It Lives Beneath, I mean, I kept guessing, like, oh, he's the killer. No, he's the killer. No, he. So, like, you will just continue guessing until the end moment they tell you who is the killer. And now the Unexpected Areas is exactly following the same suit. And well done, murder mystery. It's just, whew.
Yeah, I've seen. I think I watched the last couple of videos and the last few chapters because it got recommended to me. I thought, oh, watch it.
Yeah.
I think Brandon's read it all, hasn't he?
Read what?
5.
Unexpected Harris.
5.
Yeah, I finished it. Last weekend.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah, last weekend.
I think if it's the right book I'm on about, I haven't read it for ages. If it's a book I'm thinking about, you will be shocked at the
ending.
revelation. Yes,
Yeah,
very much.
I was definitely shocked, back and forth. But then it was like another story I'd read, so I remembered it.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was definitely shocking revelation.
Yep, definitely. I mean, so I would like to ask this question to both of you. So far, till chapter 5, if you consider, so who was your love interest? I mean, who did you like the most?
Oh, Lady Gemma, without a heartbeat. She's really unique and just amazing. John was a close second, but Gemma was she's just really unique.
Yeah,
full of life, happiness, and etc. It's just I enjoyed being with her. Obviously it's set in England. It can't be the official marriage thing. Because but I liked the romance with her, and I like
linked with a very scandalous proposal.
And I love the endings, like the ending. Well, there's 2. I recommend getting at least all the Vanity Mirror ones, because the bonus scene is really like it's very to the heart. Let's just say that both endings, the ending with your love interest, and then the ending with the Vanity Mirror. So make sure you get all the Vanity Mirror pieces.
I will. Thank you. Okay, so what about Mac?
Oh, Lady Gemma, yeah. I mean, sorry, I honestly, if you want me to be honest, that's the only character I can remember who is a love interest. I'm actually not going to lie to you.
Wow.
There's 3. There's Mr. John, which is Francis' brother, Crawford, who's the solicitor, and then there's Gemma.
Yeah.
Gemma, the Duchess. Yeah, the Duchess. Widowed Duchess.
Yeah, kind of Ava's ancestor. Kind of.
Yeah.
No?
Yeah.
So I personally liked. So far, I haven't seen much of Lady Gamma here, But I liked I mean the way they introduced Mr. John. I mean that's like also like what he does. He was in also like Navy and served and sort of traveled the world and how he is. So he reminds me of I chose like the brown one. He reminds me of Adam from America's Most Eligible, and also Huge. So like these two love interests are really sort of like speaking to me. So I'm looking forward to their development, and like you said, Brandon, what's going to happen at the end. So I'll be looking forward to it, and I don't know who to choose from them. It'll be exciting.
Yeah, it's definitely going to be good.
Yeah.
Not much I can say.
Yeah, thanks. All right, so what do we have next? Shipwrecked.
Don't think any of us have read that. Well, I mean,
Yeah,
read it,
I
but
did.
You didn't
no,
get it.
I haven't been able to catch up to it yet. So I'm going to do 2 chapters
I'm not.
next week. Well, this week, sorry.
Anything to say about that, Mac?
Yes, I think you have something to say, don't you?
Huh? What?
Yes, you were the one who said it to me. I didn't see it. I didn't notice anything. You were the one who said it to me.
Oh, the 17 plus thing.
Well, it's all in your hands now. You're the one who said it, not me.
Oh yeah, definitely. So like we were having this conversation. So we said like shipwrecked. It's also like with the same thing we're talking about, the romance thing that like just we said about Wolf Bride. So like it's an island adventure, but we're saying like how the recent like and also a worry I expressed that I don't want Wake the Dead to go down that path, just like I said before. So like shipwrecked is 17 plus and like sexy is title. So that's like it's an adventure book, and there is adventure, but just like how it's associated with like 17 plus. I mean, I get Queen Bee and Nanny Affair being 17 plus, but adventure book 17 plus and sexy. So that's what I would love to get improved in terms of, because there are a lot of school students like 14 years old, 15 years old playing this. And I understand like if it's a Nanny Affair book and Queen Bee being that way, though I still think there should be preservations about how much they will go in each chapter or not. That's just how I feel about it. But when they're going with supernatural or adventure book, then I think they should maintain that quota, because I don't know if you know Hazel. She has a simp show on Apple Podcast. So she also said like she's like 16 years old, and her friends also play that. So like they love choices. They've been playing for a long time, and it's kind of weird when you go to like she also said like there should be genres, because they don't have any experience. Like she was telling me like they have experience about how high school story or those will play out, but this kind of books, when these scenes come out, so they don't have any like idea like how that would feel like. So that's why I think there of course there should be everything for all the, like in Netflix you have like everything for I get the idea they want to come out with the BDSM book, Surrender. It's kind of a genre. That's good. They're trying new things. But I think also there's a genre adventure. So when they're going with adventure, I think they should also keep it to like off limits to not off limits to just some people, but it should be to everyone. And so that's just how I feel about it. So that's what we sort of talked about.
Yeah, because you said as well, like, why would an adventure book, so this is what you said, be a 17 plus mature?
Yeah, exactly. That's what I said right now. Yeah.
Yeah, and honestly, it wasn't actually me who said this. It was her, and it was like I didn't even notice it. I said what I said without even actually noticing what it said on the cover.
Yeah, it's 17 plus.
I thought,
I mean, I'm still going through it, Diamond Scenes, so and if I can do it, that means Kat has no saying that she can't do explicit scenes on books now. So
yeah,
I will outline that for the foreseeable future.
I've said this. I said that from the beginning. I said it at least seemed like a slut story, which it seems a bit like I'm pissed off, or sorry for swearing, but like annoyed at everybody at the people who said it's not. But what my point was is it seemed like it, and I really thought it is. And then when Air mentioned that, I thought, well, that furthers my point. Like, it's Why would an adventure book, which they advertised it would be, a 17 plus mature with 2 people, like just before Brandon came on, didn't he? Yeah, that's what I was just saying, wasn't I? About why would about the cover and that, wasn't I? Like a 17 plus mature, and it's like, you know, they have, honestly, that's what annoys me. They advertised it as an adventure book, but why would it, like you said, be a 17 plus mature adventure book? Or like somebody else said to me, unless horny people just like adventure, you know?
Yeah. I mean, like I said, I get that, like some books with Queen Bee. I mean, it's just the way it is, because I like that. But some books, I think it should be also like in the old days, America's Most Eligible and stuff. So there were, hookup scenes and intimate scenes too. But I think I was talking about it before Brandon came in. I think that the language they used and the language they use now, it's completely different, because they're more like sort of like Dream Zone. Oh yeah, God forbid.
Wow.
It's just not like Dream Zone. It's not like Dream Zone, but it's pretty close to getting close to that. So, but they were like, I don't know if you guys remember like reading those things. So I remember America's Most Eligible. So they had like really subtle language, because and it was like metaphoric, describing those intimate moments. It was really poetic, I believe, and this because it added an extra touch. But these days, it's just like really.
Like
there's no like. I feel like, yeah. What?
Like the screenshots I sent you with one of the scenes in Shipwrecked. Remember them?
Yeah. So
like that.
just I think really, I mean, there should be intimate scenes. I mean, I love them reading, but if it's just when you bring something specifically, this is we're reading. It's a game, but it's also literature, right? So they're writing story. They're writers. So if it's like sort of packed in a wrapper, it's more attractive and in a metaphor. So the way, because at one place I remember in the old days, I remember like you like move in a perfect tandem and like white pleasure surrounding you, like in a sea you were just sort of diving in or something. So these are like, or if you just directly say like someone is slipping down your panty, just going your finger. I mean, it's just I can understand like sort of they're doing a BDSM book, they can do with that, but for most of the books, it's recently becoming a pattern that I don't like really like that, because that was really way good. I mean, as a reader, if you're reading, then I think as a literature point of view, it just increases its standard, the writing. You know what I mean?
Yep.
Yeah.
Yeah, I thought I'd tell you as well, Brandon, just in case. Because obviously what we've just told you about all the steamy scenes, what are probably going to come more. Because, like I said, it's not like I'm trying to annoy anybody, but like I said, if it's a 17 plus mature, I just don't want anything to happen to your streams or out like that. So that's why I thought I'd tell her to tell you.
That's fine. The amount of things that get streamed on Twitch is fine. Plus, I've got, besides my record's more or less clean anyway, so I can take a strike.
Yeah, like I said.
In between your stream, you can just rickroll people to make sure, like, if the police come on, they will say, guys, it's rickrolling.
What I could do is actually, if there's any, I could try and find some sort of, like, transition screen to switch on in case it gets too steamy or something. Yeah. I'll take a look. Other than that, is there...
Try rickrolling people sometimes.
I'm not a rickroller. I'm not that bad.
Oh, that's a good thing, man. You're doing good to, humanity.
Yeah. So, is there anything else on that note?
I will say one thing. I know I seemed annoyed at it, but honestly, like deep down, I am actually kind of sad after what Air said. I thought it's like I can't look back from that now. I can never. I'll still try and read Shipwreck, but knowing that what Air mentioned and noticed, it's like I just wanted another good adventure book, but.
Yeah, it still can be a good adventure by the time.
We're still getting a good adventure.
Yeah, but it's like... Yeah.
Yeah, but just the thing is that, like I said, like, like, everybody should be able to read it. That's just the thing.
Yeah. No, on that note, no.
That's it. But yeah, I'm looking forward to Wake the Dead later this year.
Yeah.
That's gonna be spot on. And also, Brandon, what app or platform you're saying about reading the book like A Devil's Due?
I can't remember off the top of my head. I'll have to look into it, but there are a few that I do remember.
Okay, so maybe we can do sometimes, for the finale, perhaps.
Yeah, it'd have to be. I think it'd have to be Sunday this week because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday will be very busy for me. So I guess Sunday would be good because then we'll have the live reaction. Then we can just go talk about it tomorrow.
Yeah.
The day after. So that's if Matt can hold himself from reading.
Honestly, I can barely go 2 minutes. Honestly, when me and read it, I couldn't manage for 6 hours. Never mind 3 days.
Just forget it. Just lock the actual app down. Don't open it until.
Yeah, tell your family member, one of your family members, to hey, put a password there, and tell them to remember that. Okay, tell them to remember that, and then Sunday tell them to hey, punch the password again. Okay, all right.
No, because knowing my family, they won't tell me the password. Because my mum's literally just downstairs now. She's probably heard all of this, what we've been talking about. So it's like, she'll probably do it just to annoy me. Don't show your family members the cover, the sort of the transition screen when you open the Dream Zone. Oh, it's all right. I'll see if I can manage. Oh no.
So other than that, I think they've got something to look forward to next week or this week, I should say.
So what are you streaming, by the way, Brendan, this week?
This week, I'm not sure if I'm hopefully gonna be doing my next book soon, but obviously I want to try and get enough diamonds to go through Queen Bee book 1. I'm at about 300, need to get to about 1,000 again to get through Queen Bee 1 before Wednesday, and then this week's a bit busy, because we're doing a lot of stuff in the house, and then work, college, so maybe on halt for a little bit again, but once I'm back, I'm doing the Heist Monaco.
Oh yeah, I saw that Heist Monaco. You're gonna love it. And again, this is another book, great book. I mean, it's just super awesome.
Yep.
Yeah. Best of luck with your college works, anyway.
I'll definitely need it because esports can be a bit of a pain sometimes. Well, just because of the fact that you need to write thousands of essays.
Are you going on campus or online?
On campus.
Ooh.
Thank God.
Best of luck. Yeah, it's good. Online is trash.
Well, online's easier for my classes because we all have actual PCs and stuff set up. So.
But yeah, still, if you're going, so then it's kind of way easier. Yeah. Best of luck. And Mac, what about your YouTube channel? When are you gonna kick it off?
Yeah, Brandon didn't even know about that, but obviously, everybody probably saw the tweet I put out the other day about my voice, and it's like, after hearing it, I thought, oh my god, do I really want to do this?
Do it.
I just thought, what? I thought, oh my god, I sound like a bloody robot, I do. But like I said before, I said, I don't care less what anybody thinks of me. If they don't like me, they can friendly go away.
Yeah. Oh, don't worry about it. I mean, we all have our conservations about our own voice. Because last November I started this, and at that point, I would used to record, and I was like, oh my god, my voice sounds really what is this? So yeah, it still is that when I listen to my voice, sometimes I think, wow, it sounds good, and sometimes nah, it's not good. So I don't know a person who likes their voice. I mean, all the people I meet, they say, oh, my voice is not good. So everybody is sort of that much about their voice, because I don't think you listen to it on a record and it's kind of different from your voice. So, but don't worry about it. It's good. Just don't listen to your voice on your own. It's good. Just know it's good.
Yeah. But I mean, it's something big is actually coming, like I said. I mean, the amount of support I've got from all yous as well, and a load of other people, I've been shocked so far, but obviously this is not my time to talk because it's not my podcast, so I'd rather not talk about it at the moment because I'm on your podcast, I'm not on mine per se, so I'd just rather not talk about myself and give myself a shout out because I'm not like that, so
That's fine. I mean, at this point, we're more of a trio stack.
Yeah. There is something we'd want to add on this before we end, didn't it? What something about you said you were going to change something?
Is it the announcement from the Discord server about
Discord,
no that announcement about the partner that we've done up?
That I'm not doing. That's some that the person who is gonna do that perhaps. And no, I was gonna say like the changing the name. I think this week in interactive stories, like sort of like, because we just do like August last week review or something, so we don't have a name for like every Monday we meet up. So like sort of give it a name, and starting from episode 1 today. So that's what I was thinking. And I was also thinking
something like Mashup Mondays or something. I don't know.
like this week in interactive stories with the trio or something.
Yeah.
By the trio maybe. Yeah. So and I'm also putting it up on Anchor like from today, so that would be like easier to access.
Yeah.
Oh, definitely.
Yeah. Okay.
Okay. Oh.
Yeah. Is anyone saying anything?
No.
I was just looking at something on Instagram, and apparently there's some new backgrounds coming out for the Royal Finale, TNA2 and Shipwrecked. So TNA2 is TRF is I think it's a gondola lift. I'm not sure if this one's actually, if any of these are part of. Let's have a look. So it looks like a VIP suite. Yeah. So there's a gondola, like little background for TRF. There's like a giant apartment, like a full apartment screen for TNA. So it's like table, kitchen, mini balcony, and I think that's going to be for the Thanksgiving dinner you mentioned. And then there's 2 giant mountain scenes, one of day, one of night for Shipwreck, which are looking really nice.
These are for the next chapters, you mean?
Most likely, yeah. They look really good. Like they even said, breathtaking and realistic new backgrounds we have for TRF, TNA2, and Shipwrecked.
Did the choices say that?
No, it was from the leaker.
Oh, well.
I mean it looks really nice. So the gondola for TRF, the VIP suite, the VIP or the fresh apartment for TNA, and then the mountains. The mountains one looks really nice.
Interesting.
Yeah, but I can't wait for later on this week. It's gonna be good.
Oh yeah, I can't wait to see how's the turkey in the Thanksgiving dinner.
Yeah.
Okay. I better get off as well since I've been called into work again. Yay.
Yeah. Best of luck with that. Best of luck to both of you for the week ahead. And then that's it, I guess, if you don't have anything else to add. So next week.
Or Sunday, because hopefully I should have an update on the app stuff by Sunday. So we could be up Sunday to read the last chapter of Thingy.
Yeah. Devil's Deal.
That'd actually be a good way for us to go through other books as well, like reading through them together.
Yeah.
So I noticed you've been doing some playthroughs as well. You've been doing some playthroughs on YouTube of Devil's Deal.
Yeah, I did that. Yeah. So I kind of did 2 chapters of that, and then 1 chapter I did a long time ago, book 2. Yeah, it's interesting.
I think you should keep it up. It's good. It was. I jumped in for a little bit. It was going pretty good. I think you should keep it up.
Oh, thanks. Yeah, I'll definitely I will do more chapters of Devil's Deal, because this is interesting. Because a lot of people don't know, so I just want to let them sort of see how Devil's Deal is. Then if they see how Devil's Deal is, then they can give it a try actually on the app. So yeah.
Yeah, I think that's it then.
Thanks. All right, so stay safe, take care. Stay healthy. And
Have a good day, guys.
Monday.
Right.
Yeah.
Bye.
Yeah. Bye. Take care.